that's crazy. Tow truck driver's here. And I got the bumper off. Oh, here's the Miata. It needs an oil pan. Oil pan got busted. I already got the intake off. It was very simple. A few little things you gotta do. From what I see is drain coolant, undo throttle body cable, undo the harness. There's a few injector plugs here. That's not even plugged in. This is horrible. Whatever that is. There's some stuff I gotta look out for. But it's very basic and simple. Let's get to it. I got the coil pack, the cam sensors. Coil pack plugs out. I also found out there's like a weird plug underneath. These guys are very easy to do because the clip is broken, so it just pop right into place. Honestly, I love that. And then there's this one wire that was put into something. I wish I knew what this could be, but I did that, and it was pretty oily, so I have a feeling we're gonna find some stuff out when this engine comes off. But at least it's so far coming apart very easily. I love so the injector connectors, all the clips are broken, so it just pop right off. I honestly kind of love that. It's like a little quick release. So far it's been very simple and easy to undo a few things on here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on the side here. The only thing I did do was on the coil pack, I put a left and right so I can know which one goes where. There's one more plug, which is that was on the cam, and I'm pretty sure that's for the O2 sensor. Most of the harness is literally almost already undone. Something you don't want to forget is that ground cable. The ground wire is super important. Without it, it will not start. The front stuff is almost done. Only annoying part is I'm probably gonna have to cut this cut these fan lines because they're literally just hardwired on here and there's no way to unplug it. And this, if you follow it, it actually goes to here. So maybe I could undo one of those. But harness almost undone. I'm just not happy about that. So I gotta take a photo of it so I can remember how it goes. And then there's just 2 grounds. So there's 2 grounds, there's plugs, and I guess that's it for the front of the harness. And next is doing the plumbing. So undoing the heater core hoses, the radiator hoses. It should be very simple. And luckily I don't have an AC condenser. So as you can see, it's only a radiator here. So it'll be very simple. And I don't even see the mounts. I don't think it has the radiator mounts. I don't even know how this thing is mounted on, to be honest. I just see some zip ties. I see some zip ties in the bottom there. But not really much holding the radiator. I think these brackets here are holding the radiator. Maybe fuel line. I'm doing the fuel line, very simple. That and that. I'm pretty sure these were replaced or something because I'm sure these are not OEM. There's a little few things you gotta undo, and that thing should be very close to popping off. It's the engine mounts, and that is basically like underneath this wheel. It's in there. And next thing I'll do that'll be very nice is deleting the hood. It's usually very good to have somebody with you on this, but if you don't learn, you got this. There you go, we have more room now. Here's where the oil pan busted. Oil pan sits just underneath. But we're gonna try to fix that and do some modifications to the engine mounts. Oh yeah, something I've been wanting to do is these little pieces, they look like little teeth. I'm gonna paint these white. I've been wanting to make these white for the longest time. I think one of the hardest parts about this engine remover has to be jacking it up. Jacking this thing up sucks. But luckily I have 2 jacks and I know a few tricks. So the jack wouldn't really fit too well underneath. I was thinking about jacking the other side, but I found out I can put the jack on the control arm and then I was able to put it underneath here. Well, sad news. My engine hoist doesn't hold pressure, unfortunately, even though if you tighten the little bleeder. So that sucks. But hey, I got the Miata basically ready to go. I got one heater hose undone, other one I'm just gonna wait until the engine is hanging up. Starter, I left it still hooked up. I don't feel like undoing it right now. The engine mounts are undone. There's one wheel holding it here. One jack is holding the wheel there. So the booms or the arms can fit under the car, and it fits just great. But unfortunately, my pump went bad, so that sucks. So maybe gotta make a Harbor Freight trip and get a new pump. Well, thankfully, the pump works when it's like past this rusty surface. So up here, it seems to be holding pressure. So engine is, I guess, gonna try to lift up the engine. Let's see how it goes. Look at that. Now if this fails while engine is up here, I'm screwed. But let's risk it. Alright, engine isn't coming out, so I'm gonna try something out, which is taking off the header. So I gotta undo a couple bolts, and I hope it comes off. I'm gonna get the headers off first because it seems to be getting in the way. That'll come out. While I'm also in here, there's a big rock I see, and you can see the oil pan where it died. I'm gonna get that rock out. It's kind of in the way. Indeed, it's not the smallest rock. Wow. Well, that's what you find in your engine bay sometimes. The engine hoist was working earlier. When you got like past this rusty part, you're on the smooth side, it'll pump it up. But now, I get you, Jed. Alright, well, I guess I gotta get a new pump or something. Gotta figure something out now. Oh, this sucks. So I went to Harbor Freight and got a new pump. Here's the old pump. And now we got a new one. Good old Pittsburgh. Got a 15% discount. Let's see if this engine comes out today. So engine's floating. I want to do some sketchy. What I did is a little sketchy, but I left the starter hooked up still because it's really hard to get to when it's down here. So while I was in the air, I was able to get to the starter a lot easier. I undid the two nuts with a little plug and a nut. I undid those. Now next thing I'd have to undo is probably the sleeve cylinder. But there's still a little bit of wiggle room. So still not too tight. I can probably lift it up and get it undone when it's more in the air, because I don't really like having my hands down here because it's a little sketchy looking. But hey, new pump worked great. Let's continue on getting this in the air, but I gotta say it's very tricky to get it off because the power plant bar thing, it was still connected to the transmission. It didn't want to get undone. But after a lot of wiggling and playing, it came off. Right, let's get this baby out. And there you go. The outer engine is out. Doing this alone is pretty damn annoying. It would be smart to put the damn headlights down because I literally had to carry half this side to clear this. But hey, came out pretty good. I left basically like 3 things hooked up still when I was taking out the engine. So there was still one ground wire left, which is on the passenger side. I didn't really notice it, but I did that. Something I left still hooked on was the starter stuff because it's really hard to get to. So when the engine, lift it up a good amount, there's more room to get to that. Oh, and also the slave cylinder. I just undid this one line so I can leave the rest hooked on because undoing this whole thing in the car is annoying. And you're already putting these stuff on the other transmission. So you might as well just undo that so you can just take the engine out a lot quicker. But there you go. Oh, So I was wondering why the engine was so hard to get off at first. And I forgot the drive shaft. Oh yeah. So, note to self, yeah, make sure you undo the drive shaft. I kind of forgot about that. But anyway, engine is out at least, and no wonder it's so hard. But cool, engine is out. But damn, that one bump on the road somehow did all that. Holy smokes, that's crazy. Love on the planet Earth, the world,